podcast.
Healer.
Healer. Sure, we can open with that. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first Geeked Out podcast of 2023. It is your host, Tyler. We got James, a.k.a. Donut Boy, a.k.a. Sneaker Plug, a.k.a. This man really got me for my money,
AKA, I got a cut in my hand.
a.k.a. Wounded Warrior. And then we
That's
got Jaden, a.k.a. J-Mac, a.k.a. Wannabe NBA player.
Okay, let's calm down now. Let's calm down now. You hyping James up and everything, then you want to come at me with a wannabe.
Well, I just don't know what to call you besides J-Mac.
You could have just stopped there and then you started insulting. Man,
Oh yeah.
Well,
that's crazy.
Bro told me how I thought he was just gonna say Jaden and just end it there. I didn't even think he was
Just
just
Jaden.
AKA.
No, I thought so too, honestly.
I guess speaking of J-Mac, J-Mac released a new project called Mortal Kombat, I believe. Yeah, it has 3 songs on it. Y'all can check that out on all streaming platforms at J-Mac. Pretty good, I gotta say.
Thank you.
So it would have been better, if me and James were there, but you gotta do some stuff on your own, I guess.
Come out to Cedar then.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah. There ain't nothing to do here.
But I know we're already like 2 minutes in, but if you are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure you hit that follow button to listen in on all of the podcasts that we upload pretty much every week. We've been on vacation for the last like week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yep.
Jaden's been on vacation, boy. Ain't nobody else been on vacation. He's probably been working.
I had a mental vacation, taking a breather from everything.
Must be nice.
Maybe one day you can have one, James.
Maybe.
But then you can also listen or watch on YouTube at Officially Geeked Out, where we can do visual effects for the podcast. Visual effect right there. Just kidding. There was no visual effect. I'm too lazy to edit that in. And then you can also follow on Instagram and TikTok for the highlights of the podcast, and maybe more in the future. We'll see what happens. So first off, probably we want to just say our support for Damar Hamlin as he is still recovering from his cardiac arrest that he suffered on Monday Night Football against Cincinnati. Like I said, crazy tournament. We didn't do a podcast, and I think even though we really haven't been doing football for the past couple weeks, I still felt like we probably shouldn't do it because I didn't want to be all First Take and Undisputed where that's all they talk about, and then just they still have to play like freaking Skip Bayless.
That guy.
Yeah.
Cancel.
Oh boy.
Get him out of here. That guy.
So,
Good.
yeah. But still sending prayers. I know, Jaden, you've been posting about it pretty much every day. But we're still sending our prayers. And honestly, you guys should continue to pray as he's still recovering. And also even donate to his fundraiser that has gained a lot of traction, obviously, since he went down.
It has over $8 million in donations right now.
Yeah, see, that's crazy. But
That's nuts.
yeah, but still go support in any way you can. It'd be much appreciated, and it goes to a worthy cause.
Right. He actually started another one when he woke up. For those who don't know, he's awake. He's doing a lot better now. He watched the Bills play today. But he started another fundraiser, and all the money goes towards the first responders and the hospital that's helped him and all that. So that's been getting quite a bit of traction too. So He has 2 causes. Both are fantastic. So
And then also, let me just say those. I mean, obviously, yeah, all like doctors, firefighters, policemen, all of them like are like heroes.
right.
But those doctors in Cincinnati are something else. Like, I mean, they did this with Damar Hamlin, and then they even treated Ryan Shazier when he went down back a few years ago, when he thought he would probably never walk again. So it's just crazy. The power of prayer is real.
Yep,
Uh,
100%.
but
And that Bill's trainer too. They were
Yeah,
saying that
no,
like
big
every
shout
single
out to
thing
him.
that Bill's trainer did, like that dude pretty much saved his life. Like if he wasn't
100%.
there, because I guess like everybody else around him didn't really know what to do, but that guy.
Yeah.
I don't recall his name, but he was like a big part of it all, and it's just scary.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like scary because
Very.
I mean, as I talked to Tyler about it, like I understand it more when it's like you see a hit, but like when you see something like that and it was a normal play and stands up, looks perfectly fine, and then just out of nowhere, and it's so scary to see that just out of nowhere and how young he is. It's
yeah.
nuts.
And then Denny Kellington is his name.
Yeah,
So you want to give him recognition for
yeah. Big props to him and
I mean, he obviously like deserves more than this, but there was a tribute like at the Bills game they gave him the game ball and whatnot. So I thought
yeah.
that was a pretty cool little thing. So
yeah, that's dope.
My light just went around, but yeah. Hopefully, yeah. That shit was crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
Ooh, yeah, felt that again. But yeah, just I mean, seeing it live because obviously like the play happened and then they were cut to like players and then all of a sudden he's just passed out. What
right.
the fuck? It's crazy. And then they canceled the game and I was like, what? No, just kidding. No, I haven't felt like that way about like a game cancellation really since Jazz Thunder when the whole pandemic started.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I was really like what are they gonna do like
yeah,
about like this type shit.
right.
Yeah. No, and it was even worse because like I think like a big part of me was like they've never like they've never canceled a game because a player's injured
Oh
because something
yeah,
happened, like so like my whole thought process when they were thinking about canceling the game, I was like, for all we know, like this kid could be dead right now and we just don't even know. Like they might not just want to release it to the public. They like I
Yeah,
was just like, because we don't see things like this often, and it was just
very
so
very
scary.
rare.
So yeah, so to like, I remember every single day I was waking up, and I usually don't look up football news like that. Like y'all know me, I just get up, I
Right.
do what I gotta do, and then I look at the stuff. But like every day, the first thing I would do is text my girl, and then I would look up him, because I wanted to see the progress on him, see if he woke up, because it's like it's crazy. It
Yeah.
really is.
oh
No,
yeah,
I the cool side to it was how quick everybody was to like forget about football.
Yeah.
That genuinely made me so happy because like yeah, he's 24 years old. This kid's living out his dream and now at that moment it could have all been over. So every like
It still could be. Like we
well
don't know.
from what I'm hearing right now, yes, he is still under the critical condition area of the hospital whatever. Um but they said that neurologically he's already performing greatly. He's breathing on his own. His lungs are healing. So
But then
as
you gotta look
no,
into it
I
and
know
like
there's more
you know
more factors and everything, but like as of right now, he's doing very good.
yeah.
Um, but like to see the entirety of the league, like all across the world, even like the support that he's been getting, like really brings joy to me because it's more than a game at that point. Like that's a kid's life on the line. So
mm-hmm.
it's been really cool to see all of the support he's been getting, his family's been getting, like all of that. So
Yeah, and it'll just show that why the Bills will win the Super Bowl because everything is scripted. but
That's
I mean,
scripted.
maybe in a good way, but we'll see. But yeah, the regular season is officially over, boys. It looks like it was quick, to say the least.
It felt long, but it was quick at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have here in my hand. So I went back last night and listened to our very first podcast that we ever did. And by the way, I must say, we have grown so much, production wise, and like
good.
just overall as people. Maybe, I don't know, but I was listening to it and I was like, God damn, like, yeah. I was listening to it and I was like, God damn, this is what we were feeding you guys. This is the audio, the quality that we gave you. So, yeah, so thank you for those of you who have joined us along on our journey and have seen us grow as well. Cause yeah, that shit was atrocious. But what I have here is basically all of our predictions from the start of the season, so what we thought teams were gonna be and stuff like that. And I thought it would be fun to just go around and like talk about it a little. And we're not gonna go over like every team. I'm not gonna be like, oh, like the Saints were fucking like 6 and whatever when I thought they were gonna be this,
Yeah.
But I just kind of want to like point out like some like very big like margins of what we thought teams were supposed to be.
I already know where this is going, bro.
But hold on, it's not just you. It's all of us actually.
I believe
because actually, well, let me just get this out the way real quick. So let's talk about the teams that we actually got right. So let me count it real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I'll go in order. So for myself, I got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 of so technically 5 teams right.
Okay.
And I go technically 5 because of, or actually, technically 5 because I kind of got the Bills and the Bengals record, but because of the cancellation of the game, it's a little bit. So technically, it's on a technicality.
Okay.
But yeah, so the Bills, I had them going at 14-3. They ended with a record of 13-3. So, but we don't know what that game would have seen.
On point.
Actually, a lot of mine are on a technicality base, because I just wrote. Because here's the deal. The Texans, for me, I had them going 3-14, but they went 3-13-1. But I don't count ties as wins.
Ties don't count. You should have guessed they would tie.
Sorry, I should have guessed that they were tying, like every fan does.
It is what it is.
But yeah, and then I had the Bengals, so going 12-5. They went 12-4. So again, we don't know what would have happened, who would have won. And then I got the Cowboys going 12-5. So Jaden is next on the list.
That was 4. Did you count 4? I counted 4. Hold on.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry, I missed one. I had the Dolphins going 9-8, and they went 9-8. I totally skipped them because they were like right next to each other, so I kind of glossed over them.
Dang it, I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh, so Jaden, you, my friend, got technically 2. Correct.
Hey, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm glad I got 1.
So yeah.
You don't know how I am with football. I ain't statistically like that. So
So for you, Jaden, because you technically you got the Bengals right because they went 13-4, or you predicted they were going 13-4, and they went 12-4. So yeah, and then you also had the Panthers going 7-10. So that was yours.
Bro, right. The luckiest pick ever because they shouldn't even get that late run, bro.
All right. And
Let's go.
James, you got 3 correct.
I thought I was gonna get 0.
So you also had the Panthers going 7-10. So,
Let's
go.
So and then you also had the
Panthers.
49ers going 13-4.
Nice.
And then
Fuck the Niners.
and then this one, which me and Jaden kind of like disagreed with you on, but you got the Lions going 9-8. So congratulations
Let me
on
tell you
getting
something
that.
about them Lions, bro.
On the win tonight. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, but they missed the playoffs. You were close, but
If it wasn't for them Rams, bro, the
Yeah.
Rams could have just beat the Seahawks. But hey, they wrote him off, but he didn't write back. So hey, go Geno. We rooting for Geno this week.
Yeah.
Hopefully they take down the Niners.
I just want to say like a couple other notes here. So James, starting in the AFC, because James, you had none in the AFC, right? But just going from the AFC East, you had the Dolphins going 15-2.
I did.
And they had 9-8. Granted, they had some injuries, especially to Tua turn the ball over, but he laughed at that one.
I've never heard that.
Really?
I hear it all the time.
Right. But
He had like 3 concussions this year.
yeah, he did get a little concussed this year, so
Who's counting at this point?
yeah. James also had the Bills going 16-1.
I mean, granted, that's not even a terrible.
That's a solid, bro.
That's
That's
not
a solid
a bad
prediction.
pick, but I don't know.
If they weren't stupid, bro, they would have been able to do it.
Honestly, you weren't even that far off.
Yeah, technically. Let's see here. Going to the AFC, I'm gonna leave our little teams for last, like we did in the first one. The AFC South. I'll say I fucked up. I had the Colts doing very good this year, and did not do very good, especially after.
Don't trip out the Titans.
Yeah, you had the Titans going 13-4.
Yeah.
Which I mean, even though I disagreed with it, it wasn't that bad of a pick.
They were on track to it. I'm not gonna lie. They were.
James did.
James said that. Yeah.
It wasn't a bad prediction because you got to think they was pretty solid until Tannehill went down. They was like 7-1, and then they lost 7 straight after Tannehill went down.
Yeah.
So 7-1 to start the season.
Although I will say, James, I listened back, and so I originally had the Jaguars going 7-10, and then I also had the Titans going 9-8. And you said the fact that, and I wrote it down too, the fact that I had the Jaguars only 2 games behind the Titans was blasphemous. So I just wanted to.
That, didn't I?
I wrote it down. Yeah, I wrote it down too.
Listen. If Mr. Eyebrows could have done something, all right, we would have been solid.
Oh, I guess I need to write or say all of my notes that I wrote down too. It was funny because so James, for your Jets prediction, you had the Jets going 2-15.
How'd you write down everything I said?
No, I wrote stuff that Jaden said too.
Oh no.
But
what about the Jets? What did I predict for the Jets to
you
go?
predicted them to go 2-15, but
really?
Yeah, but you said it was because they didn't have Zach Wilson. Because he was still injured at that point. So, and then Zach Wilson maybe turned out to not be the best for the Jets. And I still am a Zach Wilson believer. I like Zach Wilson a lot. I think if you just put him in a good system, he'll be good. Because I know the Jets are just.
I don't know.
The Jets just can't develop a quarterback. I mean, you look at Geno Smith, he's balling out with Seattle. and he was on the Jets. He was terrible. So,
I guess you're right.
yeah, I don't know. But anyway, let's go move on to the AFC West, which we all thought was going to be the best division in football. And I mean, like I said, on paper at the time, in retrospective, it was. But so I guess I'll start with myself. I had the Broncos doing a lot better than what they were, what they actually were. I had them going 11-6.
About that too.
What was that?
I said I hope you wrote down notes about what you said too.
Oh, hold on.
'Cause I know me and Jaden were very vocal about how good the Broncos were not going to be.
Yep.
Yeah, I did say that I quote unquote said Russell Wilson will not allow himself to have a losing season. So that was wrong.
What else?
Well, we'll get into it here in a little bit. So real quick, I guess for both of you guys, you both had the Raiders going 12-5. Meanwhile,
Hey, I stand by it.
Meanwhile, I had them going at 9-7.
What did they end up with?
They ended with a record of, if I pull out my phone real quick, and if my thing actually loads, which it is currently not doing, so I am talking the stall time.
I'm gonna laugh if I pull it up first.
You probably will pull it up first.
I don't know. I'm on terrible.
6-11 is what they ended up being. But you guys, the main thing with the Raiders is that y'all had them on just because Devontae Adams was like,
Yep.
basically y'all thought he was the guy, and he is the guy. I will say
Listen,
he had a good season.
You can't tell me they don't got a team around them.
Around Adams.
Yeah, around everything. Okay, I don't know who to even blame it on because I know a lot of people are putting this on Derek.
Yeah, it's not all. On
Can we
Derek.
really put it on him? Because I kind of want to put it on Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, I was about to say I would put it on Josh McDaniels. He's a terrible coach. I don't like him.
Because you can't say that, bro. They have a top 5 tight end in the league. They have a top 10 running back in the league. They have a top 3 wide receiver in the league. Their defense, I want to say their defensive line is a top 10 defensive line in the league when healthy. They got a nice-ass defensive line with Max Crosby, Chandler Jones. Like, that's kind of nasty.
Yeah. I would say for defense, I would say more part of the secondary.
Yeah, they don't have no types.
Yeah. And then, like I said, just overall coaching by McDaniels. I've never liked Josh McDaniels, especially after like the shit he pulled in for the Colts. Fucking garbage ass fucking coach. But
I'm gonna nod my head like I know what we're talking about.
So Jaden, so for Josh McDaniels,
I get that he's the coach for the Raiders.
So
now I understand he was with the Colts.
So no, so this is what happened, all right?
He's with the Patriots.
So yeah, he was the offensive coordinator for the New England Patriots, like while Brady was there.
Okay.
And then so I don't remember what year. It was after they won the Super Bowl. Like one of the years they won the Super Bowl. Like I think it was maybe the one against the Falcons or whatever. I don't know. But so he took up the job as that new head coach for the Colts. And then was supposed to have a press conference like for that, like for becoming the new coach and all that. Y'all agreed. He doesn't show up to the fucking press conference. And,
yep. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
And then says, "I'm gonna go back to being the coordinator for the Patriots." So kind of fucked over the Colts.
Right.
So terrible fucking trash ass coach. And then it just showed this year that he wasn't good a coach. They should have kept the interim head coach they had last year, or even find a better coach. Let's see, real quick. While we're in the AFC West, because this one really fucking I didn't notice it until I listened back. But the Kansas City Chiefs. So you both had them going 9-8. And I looked back, like, doing, like, see, like, who would make the playoffs within our predictions. You both had them missing the playoffs.
No way.
Yes. And to quote James, it was because Patrick Mahomes was not that guy.
Well, yeah, that is just blasphemous.
So, and like I could understand, because at the time I get it, because the hype around you guys thought the Raiders were gonna do well, and like Jaden thought the Chargers were gonna be nice, like really good. He thought he was gonna win the division, but to count out Mahomes, to keep him out of the playoffs,
honestly, don't know why I said something so cool. What was I on that day?
So I was just like, what the fuck?
Okay, to be honest, I thought a big factor of it was losing Tyreek. I thought that was going to be a bigger factor than
and I agree, and I know because James listened back to it, or I listened back to it, and James said that we were gonna see that Patrick Mahomes wasn't shit without Tyreek Hill. And now they are fucking playing fucking Ring Around the Rosie on these trash ass teams. So,
and they clinched
number one seed. Yep.
That's crazy.
Although it will be at a neutral site if it's them and the Bills.
Right.
So number one seed could kind of go either way at this point. All right. So let's move on to we're going to skip the AFC North for right now because, like I said, we're going to save that for last. But we'll start with the NFC West. What's notable about here? Well, we all thought the Rams were going to do well.
Yeah.
We all thought the Rams were... Yep, James, you had them going 13-4. In fact,
That's surprising.
Yeah,
I really didn't think because I can't stand the Rams.
I was about to say you gave them a better record than I did.
That's surprising.
Jaden, you gave the same record.
What was I thinking?
What was that?
So what was I thinking?
I don't know, but let's just talk about how we all thought the Seahawks were not going to be good, and let's start with James's first. Actually, no, we'll start with mine because I actually gave him more wins. So I had them going 6-11. Jaden had them going 3-14, and then James, no, not even 2. You had them going 1-16.
Did I?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep. Oh, so I know your brother-in-law must be very excited about the Seahawks making it into the playoffs.
You really don't give a damn. But you told me at the beginning of the year they were going to win 3 games. They were going to beat the 49ers both times. In the third game, he didn't give a fuck.
But James, now they have a chance to go to the Super Bowl again with Geno Smith.
Yeah, literally, he said, "You ready?" This exact word he texted me. He said,
he's gonna quote.
Yeah, I'm gonna quote it. He said, "Playoff Geno, let GS7 cook."
Well, we will see if he can cook against the division foe 49ers.
And you got to think. He said they were going to beat the 49ers twice this year. Man, I don't think they have. So, this is the time.
All right.
So,
all right. So let's go with the NFC South. And then, once again, we all thought the Bucs were going to do amazing. I mean, and they made the playoffs, but have a losing record. This is Tom Brady's worst year ever.
Yep.
But knowing the luck, it's going to be Tom Brady in the Super Bowl again. But we'll see.
Don't say that.
As the Cowboys have to face the Bucs.
Don't put that out there.
No matter how much I wanted to play the Bucs, I literally told everyone I didn't want to play them in the first round. Who wants to play Brady in the first round? That's like playing LeBron in the first round. Terrifying, bro.
I don't know. Maybe you'll
But
just
hey, we want our revenge.
yeah.
And I want my revenge. That's the game we
I hope,
watched us lose.
I hope they want their revenge more so than they wanted to beat the Commanders.
I feel like we didn't care about that game if I'm keeping it a buck.
Weren't you saying how you wanted the first seed so very badly?
Yeah, but we can't get it if
Yeah, no, I know.
Philadelphia didn't lose. And then they announced that they were playing Jalen Hurts, and then the Giants announced they were benching everybody. We had no shot at getting that number 1 seed. I don't know why our starters played. I think the only reason they actually had them play was because our center got injured last week, so we kind of had to get reps with the new center in real game time action. I think that's the only reason, if you want my honest. Granted, we still should have won the fucking game because we had our starters in. That's not an excuse.
Dookie.
Yeah. I was mad as hell.
I was laughing. I was like, there ain't no way this is actually happening right now.
But hey, anyone who wants to talk shit about the Cowboys, that same team beat the undefeated Super Bowl bound Philadelphia Eagles. So
Yeah.
suck a dick.
All right. Moving on. Moving on to the NFC North. We all thought, well, more so me and Jaden, but James did give them a generous 10-7. We thought the Packers were going to do a lot better this year, which in retrospective, I don't know why. Maybe we were just too busy sucking Aaron Rodgers' dick.
Exactly what y'all was doing. Exactly. Y'all was singing on that shit. That's what y'all was doing, bro. In 4K, bro.
No.
Yes. Literally, you guys, and you could, I bet you didn't quote it because you guys have said so many times that Aaron Rodgers makes everybody around him better, and that's the reason they were going to go because they had A-Rod. Well, guess what? When they had A-Rod threw it away in the final minutes and threw the game away. And it wasn't nobody else on his team that he could blame but himself for that trash-ass throw to the Lions. Aaron Rodgers is not as amazing as you guys think. He still needs some solid pieces around him to be great. He is a good quarterback, but he does.
So put the same energy on Tom Brady then for this season. Don't come with Aaron Rodgers slander for this season. And
what? He has Mike Evans. Do not say he does not have people, bro.
How's his record? If you want to talk about record and having pieces, so then why did they have a losing record?
Who's saying I was hyping up Tom Brady? I'm not. I said I don't want to play him in the first round. That's all I said.
All I'm saying is, if you're going to put that hate on Aaron Rodgers for not having that good of a record this season and playing trash, put the same disrespect on Tom Brady.
What? I hate Tom Brady too.
So
I don't like it. I just said fuck the Bucks.
Yeah, okay,
I just said I don't want
Aaron Rodgers' throat.
Yeah,
or
but I don't like Aaron Rodgers, and it proved. We're not talking about the Bucks right now. We passed the Bucks.
I'm just saying. If you're going to disrespect Rodgers.
And hey, guess what?
Brady.
The Bucks made the playoffs. They did what they needed to do.
Their division is
trash.
I want to let you know this. The joke of the NFL has always been the Browns, the Jets, and the Lions. And the Packers have owned this division, and they couldn't do the one thing they needed to do. Beat the trash-ass Lions on primetime NFL. It ain't nothing new to Aaron Rodgers, and he choked. How can you not come for his throat? He had the playoffs handed to him. The NFL scripted it out. They moved his game to primetime so the world could see Aaron Rodgers come back from this shitty season and take his team to the playoffs. And we watched him choke on primetime when it mattered the most. How are we not seeing this? Like, come on now. You say I'm coming for his throat. I have a solid reason to come for his throat. The guy that everyone is hyped up, the $50 million quarterback.
So I don't know how you're talking this much trash on him.
Because if Dak Prescott would have done that same shit tonight and had the game on the line, and it was playoffs or not, and he would have thrown that, everybody would have set fire under Dak Prescott. If Jimmy Garoppolo would have went out and did that, fire would have been put under him. But because it's Aaron Rodgers, he's on a pedestal.
He's done something in his career. He's had
one Super Bowl.
How many does Jimmy and Dak have? How many?
Jimmy has 2.
Okay,
Yes, 3.
okay, not being a backup to Tom. Hey, how many? Okay, so you want to talk about
Okay,
how
but
Dak do?
saying that if Jimmy Garoppolo comes back for the playoffs this year, right, and not even win the Super Bowl, but goes to the Super Bowl with the 49ers, he has now gone to more Super Bowls as a starter than Aaron Rodgers has in his whole entire career.
Cool.
Aaron Rodgers has been to
Cool.
one Super Bowl in all these times. And we talk about him like he's won, like he's done all this. All he's done is run that division. That's all he's done.
Okay, but
Yeah, he's gotten these
Would you
MVPs, but he runs that division.
would you say the
That's
same
it.
thing about Drew Brees though?
I've always said that, and I love Drew Brees, but it's a sad world to come to. He never could take his team to that next level. He just never could. He couldn't finish when the fucking time came. He couldn't.
okay, so at the end of the day, you can't just put it on one person at the same time. So, are you going to blame the entire Packers for all
But
those
how
times?
can you not when he constantly every single thing Rodgers has asked for, they've given him. He's asked for more money, they gave him the money, saying, "Yo, if we give you the money, we can't keep Devontae."
Still,
I
money's not
wouldn't
going
necessarily say they've helped him. They haven't
They
drafted
he
they
I
haven't
get that.
drafted
They haven't
any like
They
help
drafted
for him
him
in the first round.
they
and I
drafted
get that, but saying that just because he hasn't got stars in the first round, just because you
No,
drafted him in the
not
first
even
round,
stars. Offensive like talent. Like they've
yeah.
drafted one offensive player within like the last like 12 years in the first round in the Aaron Rodgers era, and it was his replacement.
so he hasn't been getting handed things. So it's you can't at the end of the day you can't just blame Aaron Rodgers for all this.
But then
Half of the
why do we
it
praise
was
Aaron
really
Rodgers only Aaron Rodgers when they win?
bad. What do you mean?
When the Packers win, it's all because of Aaron.
No, people they're giving the people who get the touchdowns the respect too.
They take a picture of that rookie and they throw him on there. But then again, Aaron Rodgers pulls the impossible and beats them. Like it's always Aaron. They hand it to Aaron Rodgers when they win. So yes, it's a quarterback thing. The quarterback takes the heat when you lose, but the quarterback gets all the praise when you win.
Okay,
It comes with the game.
maybe from an analyst standpoint,
And are
not from
you saying that tonight's game was not Aaron Rodgers' fault when push came to shove?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the fact that you're putting that much disrespect on him and not Tom Brady, because now you're talking a
Tom
lot of
Brady got 6
you're
rings
look you're naming
Seven.
7 rings.
you're
7.
naming we're not even at this point in time we are talking about this season right now.
Okay.
Saying that the fact that you went out for Aaron Rodgers' throat, you're naming him directly, saying how he choked and all this, all that. But then when you're saying that you hate Brady, all this, all that, he had who had a better record, the Packers or Bucks? I just want to.
They had the same record.
Okay, so same exact record, but you have not once said Tom Brady's
Are
name
you
in
ready?
an entire sentence. Yes, but
Are
all you've been saying is the Bucks suck. They're trash. The Bucks. The Bucks.
Because Tom Brady is 40 something years old, came
Okay.
back out of retirement and didn't demand a lot of money. Aaron Rodgers is in his prime and just asked for $50 million and then missed the playoffs. How do you ask for $50 million and then miss the playoffs?
So what
You
does that
can't
have to
do that.
So what does money have to do with skill, real quick?
That is $50 million that organization is paying you, and they expect you to win with that money.
So what does money have to do with skill?
You guys said he had the skill.
He does have the skill
So why isn't he in the playoffs?
because his rookies couldn't catch the ball for most of the season.
I won't necessarily
mostly
see that because that one guy, number 9, started to, after that like game against Minnesota, he started breaking out.
Good for
We
him.
played them in like week 5, and that's when he really started to explode. Or no, we played them later because we had Dak back. We played them like week 7, I think, or 8. And he was already exploding because that's what they were talking about when he came in to play us.
All I'm saying is if you gonna disrespect
But
Aaron
again,
Rodgers,
I'm hating on Aaron Rodgers because you
Tom
can't
Brady
ask
too.
for that much money. Because when you ask for that money, you are the highest paid quarterback in the league right now. You're
That's cool.
getting paid so much money to win, to make the playoffs. Tom Brady's coming in and yeah, he's not performing the best, but he's also not getting paid all that money. When you're getting
So
paid $50
so if
million,
you get
dollars,
paid
you got to
less,
play
you
like a
get
$50
higher
million
as
dollar
well.
quarterback. You said what?
So the more money you have, the better you should be.
Yeah,
So Tom Brady. So because Brady is getting paid less, we shouldn't expect greatness from him because he's not getting.
I'm not saying just because you don't get paid a lot that you shouldn't be great, but if you are the top paid person, you should be the top of the top. You should, and if you're not, you need to strive to be because you are getting paid the top. Like that is what the top means. You
Okay, so
look at
you
usually
want to.
the top paid player is usually the best player in the league at that time.
Yeah, and he just came off of back-to-back MVP. So
Exactly. But then missed the playoffs.
okay,
And what did he do with those
so
back-to-back MVPs? Got back-to-back eliminated in the playoffs.
so here's another thing. Are we not going to give any of the credit of this to the Packers organization for giving him that money?
What do you mean?
So you're talking about how they gave him 50
Okay,
mil.
I'm glad you gave the same face because I'm so confused with
Let,
that
let me, let,
question.
me, let me rephrase it. So you're talking about how the Packers organization gave him 50 mil to be the best of the best, right?
Hmm.
So why are they giving him 50 mil at all? Why aren't they going out to get this piece for him, this piece on offense, whatever it may be to help them go into the playoffs, get a Super Bowl? So why are they spending all like? Are we not going to put any of the blame in that situation on the organ?
I've been asking why the fuck they're paying this man the money when he hasn't finished. I've been said this, but that's
Basically,
what the Packers
what I'm
want to do. That's
saying,
where their heart and soul is. But he's been there a long time.
all I'm going to say, like this is the whole premise of what I've been saying. You can't just blame Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, I guess you can blame the people for
You can blame a lot.
expecting him to win when they pay him the money, but I mean, you kind of put that on the player for not performing when they give you the money. To say you
Okay,
put it on
so
an organization
okay,
for trusting you too much,
okay,
that's
so
crazy.
are you going to blame the O line for tonight too? Why haven't you been blaming them? Because he got
Because at
sacked.
the end of the day, as I said, Aaron Rodgers threw the late game pick. And if it was anybody else, that's who they would would be the highlight.
Saying is you're
When the
blaming.
game was on the line, he threw the pick.
There's a lot more people. You're right. I'm not saying you're wrong with the interception and everything, but to say he's the only one that threw the game, bro, like what happened to the O line? Like I said, he got sacked like 3 or 4 times tonight.
Hmm.
So don't just blame Aaron Rodgers on the loss.
But as I'm saying, when they win, you guys don't sit here and say, "Did you see how great that offensive line protect Aaron Rodgers tonight? Did you see how he had 7 seconds in the box to throw the fucking ball?" We don't mention that. So no, I'm not putting the blame on him when he gets sacked 4 times. He needs to figure it out
That's crazy. Okay.
because they figure it out and they protect him and they get no credit at all. So no, they don't get paid $50 million.
They
You
don't.
threw the late game interception. He didn't get pressured on that last ball. He literally lofted it up to some random ass fucking throw.
So I mean, yeah, from an analyst standpoint, yeah, they don't get credit, but I guarantee you, they're getting called out on the field. Are they not? And then they're not getting praised on the field. So,
By who? Not Aaron Rodgers. Aaron
mm,
Rodgers don't praise none of his teammates.
gotcha. Okay.
All right, let's move on. We could talk about Aaron Rodgers all day. But moral of the story, we all thought. Well, yeah, like I said, me and Jaden thought that Aaron Rodgers was gonna bring the. Not only did we, not only did we think that the Packers were gonna do good, we both had them as the number one seed.
Didn't we have them going to the Super Bowl? I think I
Yes.
did. Yeah.
Um. Let's go on to James's favorite conference, which is the NFC East, where his beloved Dallas Cowboys are. And so James, let's talk about the Eagles real quick, because you had them being 6-11. And as of today, well, actually, yeah, they're the number 1 seed. But James, you said that they were not going to be scary this year, but next year they were going to be scary. So it looks like they took a growth spurt and sped that process up because they're looking pretty nice this year.
Yeah.
As much as I think the Cowboys might be a little better, but the Eagles do look nice.
Same thing. I believe the same thing.
So whatever. And then I guess we all thought the Giants weren't gonna do too good. It's
after week 2.
I was about to say it's funny because Jaden like has this whole thing about like, oh, I knew they were gonna make the playoffs and like all this shit. Jaden had them going 2-15 to start before the season started.
But then once week 2 hit, that's when I called it.
But yeah, but then yeah, Jaden, you also did point something out in that in that episode that yeah, the Giants did have the easiest schedule in the NFL. This year. So, I mean, good props on them for capitalizing on that easy schedule and taking what you're given. But we'll see if that translates to the postseason.
No, they lose in first round.
Yeah, probably.
Who do they play?
The Vikings, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, here's my thing, and have not been.
Wait. What? We'll talk about cousins and like all that. I know that's probably what you're going to talk about. We'll get that into.
No, I was just going to say you never know in that first round.
Yeah, we'll talk.
The Giants was 8-8 when they won the Super Bowl.
That's true. We'll talk about it more when we talk about our kind of playoff predictions moving forward. But yeah, that's basically that. And then I guess the AFC North. Going back to the AFC North for my Pittsburgh Steelers, as well as Jaden's Pittsburgh Steelers, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah, fake fan.
So I guess we all knew the Bengals were gonna win the division. Me and Jaden had the Ravens missing the playoffs, which they've credit to the Ravens for doing pretty good this year without Lamar Jackson. Because, last year when Lamar went down, they fell apart. But now, I mean, they made it back to the postseason. We'll see if Lamar's going to play. I don't know if it's been confirmed or not, but I wouldn't see why not. That would be pretty scary to see.
Haven't they been only putting up, 10 to 13 points a game? I don't know. I haven't really.
I mean, yeah, they haven't been the best offensively.
Their defense.
It's their defense that's been carrying them, but they're still winning games, going down the field late in the game, giving Justin Tucker the opportunity to.
That's all you need.
I mean, you just got to get to the 35 of the opponent's end zone, and or your end zone, I guess, and you can just kick it that far.
Right.
Me and
go one first down.
Yeah, no. Me and Jaden both had the Steelers making the playoffs as the 7th seed, and then unfortunately, the Steelers season is over. But to be honest, I am very happy about how the season went and how they turned their season around, and I am excited for the future of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, obviously, we kind of knew that Trubisky wasn't going to be it. God, they fucking let him know that. But Kenny Pickett has showed that, he's going to be a good quarterback in this league. Steelers are young, or at least their offense. They got Kenny and George Pickens. It's their first year. They fucking balled out. You got Najee Harris, if he actually is 100% healthy. And Pat Freiermuth, they'll be their 3rd year this next season. And they're still young. I would consider Freiermuth to be a top 5 tight end if he gets his shit together. He's actually really good. Get a nice old line. And then, keep that defense healthy. We'll see how they look. It'll be nice. I want them to get some good pieces. I want them to be in the running next year.
I just want to point out, I did say at the beginning of the year, I don't know what the record I had, but I told y'all that that was the record I had. And the sooner y'all switched and put Kenny in, that the better your record would be.
Yeah. So
Well, to be honest, when he first went in, it didn't look great.
well, this is why, because he played his first start was against the Bills, and we got murdered.
You're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, more down the line, you're correct.
Yeah. But yeah, James, you had them going, the Steelers going 7-9, and you said, but that was only because you thought that we were gonna stick with Trubisky for a little bit longer than what we actually did. But yeah, you did say that, yeah, if we put Kenny in, then we would do a lot better. And yeah, it showed. It's a lot of growth between Pickett this year. And I'm excited to see where he's gonna go moving forward. I just hope to God that we get this man an offensive coordinator that is actually capable of being an offensive coordinator.
Correct.
But yeah, like I said though, Tomlin does not have losing seasons. So,
Yep.
Yes, sir. So real quick before we actually kind of look at the current playoff, the current playoff picture, so let's take a look back and see what it could have been if we had all of our predictions correct. So starting with me, the AFC would have been through 1 through 7. It would have been Bills, Bengals, Chiefs, Colts, Broncos, Chargers, and Steelers. Jaden is having a nice one with that one.
Because you went Colts, Broncos.
Yep. Jaden, your AFC picture would have been looking like Bills, Chargers, Bengals, Titans, Raiders, Dolphins, and Steelers. And then James, honestly, James, you have probably you do have the closest one technically, but yeah, you have Bills, Bengals, Titans, Raiders, and then Dolphins, Chargers, Ravens. So you only missed 2 teams. And it was a dumbass one because you should have had the Chiefs in there in the beginning. But all right, and then moving on to the NFC, my playoff picture for that one would have been, let's see here, Packers, Bucks, Rams, Cowboys, Cardinals, Cardinals, Vikings, 49ers.
So what, you missed 3?
I missed a lot, quite a bit. Yeah, 3. Yeah. Jaden, your playoff picture would have been Packers, Rams, Bucks, Cowboys, 49ers, Eagles. And then James, your playoff picture.
Oh, wait, I didn't have the Vikings in there?
No, you did. You had them as the 5th seed. Did I skip them?
Yeah, you skipped them. So I missed 2.
Sorry about that. And then James, your playoff picture would have been Cowboys, 49ers, Vikings, Bucks, Rams, Cardinals, Packers.
That was close as a motherfucker. I don't give a damn what nobody says.
That one. You and Ty.
That was close. Because, bro, if the Eagles would have lost today, and same with the 49ers, I would have been spot on. Damn near.
Ugh.
First 4.
All right. So, yeah, that is that. But, yeah, let's talk about the current playoff picture as it is today.
I have mine written up.
I wouldn't say, really do, the whole thing. We're probably just going to say who we think's going to win this week. And then maybe we'll say who we think, now that it's all said and done, who we think's going to go to the Super Bowl. And then who, I guess, could be a dark horse to go to the Super Bowl, per se. Or maybe even a runner-up, too, for the Super Bowl. Or getting the Super Bowl. But, all right. So, yeah. All the teams that have made it so far, you got Saturday's games with Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. And the Los Angeles Chargers heading into Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Sunday, you got the Miami Dolphins going straight to Buffalo to face the Bills. And then you got the New York Football Giants taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And Sunday night, we'll face a classic AFC rivalry between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Not classic, but it's still good. And it's NFC North football, or AFC North football. And then Monday night, we conclude with the Dallas Cowboys going and facing Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then we got the Chiefs, who got the first round bye in the AFC, and the Eagles that got the first round bye in the NFC. So do you guys want to talk about who will win each game this week right away? Awesome. Perfect. So I guess let's start off with the Seahawks and the 49ers. Who's going to win? Of course it's the Niners. The Niners
Real
look...
quick, have they said if Jimmy G's playing yet, though?
Not that I'm aware of.
They said... I remember like when he first went down, it was like, oh, Jimmy G could return for the playoffs. And then the 49ers won like 2, and then they won 3, and I've never heard about Jimmy Garoppolo again.
I must say, I think they're kind of rolling with this kid that they're on.
I'm just going to say that rookie for Seattle, if he can track down the ball, he can make Purdy's night a nightmare. Granted, the 49ers should fucking win.
I don't know. I think we're gonna see the legend of Big Cock Brock come to life. He's gonna.
Oh shit!
See how? But say that.
I think it's cool. Because it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be closer than people think. Only because, even though it's the playoffs, it's division football.
Yeah.
You know, it's a division rival. So, granted, I do have the 49ers winning. Go Seahawks.
Now that I'm looking at this, we have a few division rival matches this week. We got 3 in total.
3.
But before we talk about the other 2, we got the Chargers versus the Jags. So you got the Jags?
Upset.
I'm not alone.
Jags are upsetting.
Oh, interesting.
Let's go!
I would put money on that game. Like, I have a strong feeling the Jags.
I won it because I don't know what the spread's gonna be.
So
the spread, I'll put money on. The spread's only 1 point.
Who's underdogs? Jags are.
Los Angeles Chargers -1.
Okay, so the Chargers are favored.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be as much as you guys know, I love the Jaguars.
You also love the underdog. This is crazy.
I do love the underdog. Well, but technically the Chargers are the underdog. Technically, with seeding. Well, I know, but seeding wise. Yeah. But I'm gonna go with the Chargers on this one. Yeah. As much as I really want to choose the Jaguars.
No, you don't.
You know I love the Jaguars. And Jaden knows too. Every year I'm like, watch out for those Jaguars. But
Goldilocks is doing it.
Goldilocks? I think Disney Channel star is going to beat Goldilocks. I don't know. I'm very excited to see Justin Herbert perform. I just want to want him to prove James wrong and all the other haters wrong. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh, real quick. I won't
be mad either way. But go on.
What will you do if he loses to the Jaguars?
If the Chargers lose, I mean, I won't.
If Justin Herbert goes out there and he does not play good at all,
if he plays like not good at all,
because I got him 2 interceptions.
If he plays like terrible, I will go to you and be like, you know what, James, you're right. Like, play like dog shit. But like, if he
I want it live on here.
Yeah, no, I'll do it on here. But if he like plays well and like they still lose, I'll be like, yeah, you just had a good game, but defense came short.
I got him throwing 2 interceptions.
Maybe, and I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I just think I just don't think it's Jacksonville's time. I think they're going to be better next year, especially with Calvin Ridley coming back. But I think the Chargers. I just look to see who has the brighter future. I think Jacksonville has a brighter future, so I think the Chargers need to capitalize. So, all right, Miami versus Buffalo.
Bills.
Buffalo.
Miami.
Oh,
What?
the upset.
I'm gonna go for the upset.
And
honestly, I
honestly,
have Buffalo winning the Super Bowl. There's been so much going around, and they've been struggling as of late. And I think the Dolphins are gonna just click back to what they were at the beginning of the season.
Both Tyreek and Waddle got hurt today. It's not like crazy bad, but that's going to be hindering.
but we'll see because they should be getting Tua back, and then
Right.
both of them are gonna play regardless.
Well, yeah, but the only thing I'm saying is like, is that going to affect it? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. We'll just see if Buffalo's defense can do it.
Right.
Yeah, because they're without a lot of defensive players they had last time. Because Tre'Davious White is out, right?
I don't know if he's out, but I know he is still like. It doesn't look like he's 100%. So
Yeah.
we'll see. Yeah, how that factors in.
I feel like that's because that's an 11-point spread. I feel because San Francisco's 10, Buffalo's favored by 11. I honestly think that is the biggest one to watch out for because I feel like that's the one that could upset the most. I think the Bills could definitely get upsetted, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I would like to see it. I love seeing
I
upsets.
want it.
I would like to see it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I like the Bills.
all right.
Yeah.
Moving forward, the next game would be the New York Football Giants facing off against the Vikings. I know, Jaden, you got the Vikings. James, do you want the division foe to win, or do you root for the Vikings?
It's not do you want, it's who do you think at this point.
I want the Vikings.
Okay, who do you
the
think?
Giants.
Oh,
I
another
think they're
upset.
gonna do it. And here's my only thing. Kirk Cousins, I don't know. He has his days where it's like, God damn, that's a bad man right there. And then there's days it's like, yeah, that's a bad man.
Yeah.
Why is he on the team? Like, he's terrible, you know. So it's how does he wake up? Does he wake up liking that, or does he not? Like, so that's really all it comes to.
I hope we see Kirk Cousins for the entirety of the postseason.
I mean, that's the thing, because I don't know, like.
Well,
I don't know. They're the only 13-4 team facing a 9-7-1 and being only favored by a field goal. Oh. Fuck, I'm surprised they're favored.
I will say that they're not playing in the 10 o'clock slot, so we might get a shitty Kirk Cousins. He only plays the 10 o'clock games really well, so we'll see. I actually do have the Vikings, or not the Vikings, excuse me. I have the Giants creating an upset.
You don't have the Giants, but not the Jags. Come on. What kind of stuff?
There's a difference. The Vikings aren't that great of a team.
They're pretty good.
They just have heart. Yeah, we don't know that. How we've only seen them make comebacks.
But the record.
We haven't. What does that mean? They have
seen them do good.
They have like the lowest point differential in the league.
But their record says they're good. They're obviously good enough to win games. A win's a win.
It's 50-50 if they're going to win. You never know if they're going to win. That's the problem. The fuck are you down like 30 points to the Colts for? Like,
I don't know.
That's a fuck winning. Why were you there in the first place? Like,
yeah.
I don't care about the win anymore. I'm worried. Like, that's what I'm just worried.
All right. Moving on, we got the Ravens facing on the Bengals. I would love for both of these teams to lose, but I'm gonna go with the Bengals winning this one.
If Lamar plays, I'm going for the Ravens.
Honestly,
Y'all already
not
know
a
how I
bad
feel
take.
about the Ravens.
He's too
And
cool.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. The Bengals always have a hard time controlling Lamar. I mean, every team fucking does, but
Steelers do a pretty good job, but that's beside the point.
they
But
do a decent job.
he's only
There's
lost
certain
one.
teams.
He's only beaten us once.
Well, yeah, but
If
there's
that.
days he comes in and has a good game. I'm not saying he torches you guys, but I'm saying every team struggles with defending Lamar. Lamar's just a good player.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, and then and then you got your Dallas Cowboys facing the Bucks. I know me and James's answer. Jaden, who do you think is gonna win? Dak Prescott or the greatest quarterback of all time?
Well, obviously the greatest of all time. No, I'm just kidding. I actually have the Cowboys winning.
Yeah, I think.
Yay!
Yay! Oh, if if that would be the case, I guess let's go play into perspective. Like me and James's prediction, we have the Giants and the Cowboys winning. That means the Giants would have to face the Eagles, and then the Cowboys would be facing whoever won out of, or actually, well, the 49ers in our case, but which that would be a fun game too. James says no, it wouldn't.
I want it. I want it so bad, bro.
Revenge tour?
No, I just want the 49ers. I've told you guys we could lose against the Eagles at this point. I just want the Niners.
Oh yeah,
that's all I want. I just want, bro. I could care less about a Super Bowl this year. My revenge tour is beating the 49ers, and the 49ers only go. I want to watch every 49er fan cry and crumble, bro.
Because you've done it for so many years?
No, because they've been talking shit so much for no reason. The fuck have y'all done?
Did a good way to make the playoffs like the Cowboys did?
No, fuck them. They've been talking mad shit.
Well, yeah, but haven't you guys been too?
No! We haven't had nobody to talk shit to. We haven't had a quarterback for half of the year.
That's because nobody ever listens to you guys anymore. All you guys ever say is, "We the boys, we making the Super Bowl this year."
Oh no, James froze.
Froze.
I froze. Oh no.
Oh. There you go.
Hello.
There you go. All right. So that'll be fun. Yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a fun playoff. I'm more excited about the AFC because pretty much all the quarterbacks that are in are these young quarterbacks that really, I mean, Mahomes has a ring, but other than that, none of them have a ring. So I'm excited. Get them some playoff time. They're the face of the NFL from here on out.
I mean, you could say the same thing about the NFC if you just take out the Bucks, because Dak don't got a ring,
Giants.
Daniel Jones don't got a ring, Kirk Cousins don't got a ring.
Yeah, but the thing about the
NFL, like,
I mean, because Tom Brady hogs them all, but I'm more excited because the AFC is just more like younger and more excited. I mean, Tua was drafted 2 years ago. So was Terrence Lawrence. Mahomes was drafted 2017. Same with Josh Allen, who are like in their prime. Joe Burrow 3 years ago. They're very young, very talented, and like I said, they're going to be like the face of the NFL when Rodgers and Brady.
Y'all motherfuckers just be disrespecting us NFC quarterbacks.
No, I didn't. Let me get to that real quick.
Because you only mentioned those like the NFC don't got.
Bro, I was getting there. Relax.
You hating on them.
I mean, you got quarterbacks like Dak Prescott in the fucking AFC, but then you also you have Jalen Hurts, and then you also, but I don't know, like Kirk Cousins is like getting up there. Obviously Tom Brady. No one gives a fuck about Geno Smith. Like, respectfully, of course. Bro,
That's so
no,
disrespectful
because
to Geno,
you
bro.
don't go to a game and be like, oh my god, I can't wait to see Geno Smith. Like,
The Seahawks fans do.
yeah, because that's what they fucking had to look forward to.
Because I'm a fuck, ain't nobody think about, oh my god, I can't wait to see Ben Roethlisberger. Fuck him, bro. Ain't
At
nobody
least
was
Ben
ready.
Roethlisberger was a fucking top 5 quarterback.
We don't know. Geno Smith is a top 5 quarterback.
He is not a top 5 quarterback.
In
No.
completion percentage, he was.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
it's so hard to fucking throw checkdowns all the time.
Stop hating on Geno, bro.
Right.
He's doing his best.
I'm not
Okay?
hating, and I am glad
Remember,
that
I had him at 1-16.
I'm not hating him, and I'm glad he's having the season that he is having. But I'm just saying, like, when I look at the AFC versus the NFC, no, I'm excited to see the AFC. I just need Kenny Pickett in there, and it would have been complete. But all right, so now that this whole playoff picture is completed, all that. So who do you think is actually gonna go to the Super Bowl? Who do you think is gonna go to the Super Bowl now?
So I'll start. I think the Bills come out, and then I have there's two people I have for the NFC. I can very well see the Niners, but I'm still keeping my dark horse with the Vikings.
All right. Awesome. I guess I'll go next because I think we all know what James is gonna say. But I am for the
Chiefs.
Well, go to what's your dark horse in the AFC real quick?
In the AFC?
Yeah.
The Bengals probably.
The Bengals. Okay.
I'd probably choose the Bengals. As a quick look, yeah, I'd probably say the Bengals.
Are they really considered a dark horse, though?
Okay, but in the AFC, you have that could be considered a dark horse is the Dolphins, the Ravens, and the Jags. I'm not picking the Jags. The Jags are not doing it. The Ravens.
We said a dark horse.
They shouldn't even be a dark horse. If they have Lamar Jackson, they shouldn't be a dark horse. And then you have the Dolphins. You have two solid receivers and Tua.
Yeah,
they have a good defense.
Dark horse. Then I guess the Dolphins, but they're not doing it.
All right, fine. Runner up then.
Gosh, the Bengals.
All right, Jaden thinks that the.
Asking your question if they were really a dark horse or not.
Oh.
They were 13-4.
All right.
Really good for a dark horse.
There. The only you can say dark horse is the Jags, but they ain't doing nothing.
All right.
You never know.
All right. Well, I guess for myself, yeah, I'm gonna have the Chiefs come out of the AFC. They're just having fun. You can't play Ring Around the Rosies and not go to the Super Bowl.
Okay, but they were playing the Raiders.
I don't
Raiders
care. The fact that they scored a touchdown after doing Ring Around the Rosies, I don't care if it got called back, but you can't be doing Ring Around the Rosies, score a touchdown and not make the Super Bowl. They're just having fun out here. So I'm gonna just go with the Chiefs. As much as like I said, I like to see some fresh blood. As much as I love Patrick Mahomes, but it's hard to not root against Patrick Mahomes.
So who's your runner-up then?
It's the Bills. Obviously,
of course, because
yeah, it wouldn't be if he. Okay, yeah, dark horse. It would be probably I guess the Bengals. I guess the Dolphins. Yeah. But no, yeah, I would say the Bills as the runner-up. They're gonna do the scripted for Damar Hamlin type thing, and then the NFL is gonna be like, well, we can't make it look too scripted, and then they're gonna have the Chiefs in it again. Or let's see here, and then for the NFC, I will have. Who did I have? It's kind of fucked up, but I might have to give it to the 49ers to come out of the NFC. Are you guys? Can I hear you guys? Talk real quick. Talk.
Hello.
Oh, okay. You're just quiet. I can't hear Jaden.
You can't hear me?
Oh, now I can. Okay.
Had me scared for
I'll have to edit that out. And then, yeah, my dark horse, or my runner-up, I guess we'll say, will be the Cowboys. I don't know. The 49ers, they just look nice. I do have questions about, what they're going to do with quarterback. But, oh my God, they have a team. They got, Kittle. They got a run game. And I believe, I'm not sure, but Deebo Samuel's supposed to come back. So that...
Played today.
Oh, he played today? Oh, yikes. So, yeah, he's back. So, that's scary. Kittle is obviously one of, if not the best tight end in the game. Christian McCaffrey has had a career year ever since getting traded. And their defense is fucking just godly. So, I'm going to give it to that. And, Dallas is good as well. That's why I have them coming up. I would want to see them meet in the playoffs because, like I said, I know it would be James's dream for the 49ers to lose. But I don't know. Yeah. It could go either way, but I'm going to just stick with the powerhouse, in my opinion. Yeah. All right, James.
Been saying it all year.
So I think it's going to be Bills.
Bills and Cowboys,
and,
right?
My dark horse is the Ravens. And I'm actually going to say this. I think it's going to be the winner of the Cowboys-Eagles. I think those two are really the two teams to beat. Granted, I will say the 49ers have a crazy fucking good team. But the one thing that I do have a problem with is the quarterback situation. Brock Purdy has been playing okay. There's even been games where he hasn't been playing the best. So that's why I'm just kind of 50-50 on him. But I think it's honestly going to be the winner of the Cowboys-Eagles that come out the NFC. But I'm going to say Cowboys. You already know. So, and then my dark horse would I'm going to have to say the Giants. I'm going to keep it a buck. I'll give it to them. And I've been saying no all year, and that's the reason I'm going to give the dark horse to them. Is because I have been saying no all year, and it would be a shit show if they made it. And I'd buy a Daniel Jones jersey. I'll say it right now. I'm buying a Daniel Jones jersey if they make it to the Super Bowl.
Not a Saquon Barkley jersey?
Fuck no. Buying Daniel Jones. Come on. Danny Dimes.
James, I like how you said that it's going to be the winner of the Cowboys and Eagles. Like, no shit. they might face off in the NFC Championship.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's literally, I can't really pick. Like, it's the winner of, like, you can't really. I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. That's for sure going to be the NFC Championship. Like, I'm letting y'all know. It's the fucking winner of that. Like, I don't know. Because I haven't got to see Cowboys versus Eagles yet. We both played each other with backup quarterbacks in.
Well, we will see.
Oh, wait.
What?
I have the Cowboys losing in the second round.
Oh.
It's crazy.
That is crazy. Who did you have them playing to? Oh, Minnesota? Or the Eagles?
Eagles.
Oh. Hater.
Because they would beat the Bucks, I said, and then that would mean that would be Eagles and Cowboys.
Fucking hater.
Hater. Might have to go get my Cowboy jersey on.
I'm not a hater.
I mean,
you just said that whoever comes out of that game wins.
You're a fucking hater. You're supposed to say Cowboys.
You just said that it could be Eagles or Cowboys.
Hey, but you're supposed to say Cowboys. Fucking hater.
Eagles.
Fucking hater.
They still got to prove stuff to me in the playoffs.
Who, the Eagles or the Cowboys?
Cowboys.
And the Eagles don't?
They won a Super Bowl in our years.
But nobody on their team was with them.
They won a Super Bowl.
Not even the coach? was with them. They got
I
a
think
new
they have
coach.
2 offensive linemen that were on there. They
Yeah,
got
Jason
Jason Kelsey,
Kelsey.
Lane Johnson. Other than that, the quarterback wasn't even in the NFL. The running back wasn't in the NFL.
Fletcher
None of their
Cox.
receivers was in the NFL except AJ Brown. He was on a different team. Was he?
He was
Or did
on
he
the
come the next
Titans.
year? I know, but did he come the next year?
Oh, I don't know.
Because he was drafted.
I don't know when he was drafted.
Yeah, he might not have even been in the league either.
All I know is
So
that
all their fucking stars weren't even in the league when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and they ain't got shit to prove.
no.
See, look, that's that shit.
This-
What?
That shit I be telling y'all about.
What?
That's the classic shit. Cowboys gotta prove everything, but a team who is younger than us, we have players who have won a playoff game. They don't. Yet we have to prove stuff, but they don't. It's crazy.
The only thing the Cowboys need to prove is that they can get to a championship, conference.
Exactly.
That's the only thing they need to prove.
Yeah. But to say the Eagles don't have nothing to prove,
I'm saying they don't have nothing to prove, but less than the Cowboys.
debatable.
Debate. All right. Well,
We'll see.
yeah, we will see this upcoming weekend.
Okay,
When
because the Bills are winning it all.
Yeah, of course they are. Unless the Chiefs,
Nope.
win. Although it will be interesting because, yeah, like I said, if it's Bills Chiefs in the AFC Championship, it's at a neutral location.
I think it will.
And
I think that-
yeah,
What?
and everybody knows that if you play at Arrowhead, then you're fucked. But they're
Yeah.
not at Arrowhead, so we will see. We will see. All right. Well, yeah. We will. Yeah, we'll call it there, and then we'll get back to y'all next week to let you guys know our reactions, and maybe, just maybe, we will see either a happy or a sad, really angry James. Yeah.
No, you'll either see me or you won't see me.
That is true. He might not be on the podcast next week.
I'm just gonna disappear for fucking 5 months, bro. That's what I do when the Cowboys lose.
Oh God. All right. Well, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe, hit the bell, do all that stuff. If you're on YouTube, comment, like, do all that shit. If you're listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, make sure you follow along to join us on our journey throughout the NFL playoffs. It's gonna be a fun journey, boys. I do gotta say. Hopefully, a good one.
James, your pizza probably cold. I just remembered that.
Bro, I'm so ready, bro. I'm waiting.
All right. Well, let's drag this outro out a little bit longer so it gets a little bit colder. No, just kidding. Hope you guys have a beautiful day or night, whatever time zone you're listening in. We're gonna stall a little bit more just so James can, get it. All right. Time zone. Yeah.
Ty, if it's morning, it's gonna be morning.
Why are we talking about time zones? Shut up.
Oh, my fault.
Goodbye, everyone.